What's going on, everyone? It's Simon, and today we are taking a second look at one of my favorite items that's always in my bag, the Thinktank Photo emergency rain cover. Alright, so if you want to see my first thoughts on this, go check out the link right up there. I did a video last fall about it right before I went to Burkina, and I intended on making another video as soon as I got back from Burkina. However, in Burkina it rained once for 20 minutes. And I happened to be recording a time lapse at the time, and I thought it might have rained, so I actually put the rain cover on the camera at that time, but I didn't really get to use it like I thought I would to be able to do an in-depth review and get some real thoughts about it. I absolutely love this thing. It's perfect, it's tiny, like I just said in the first video. It doesn't get in the way. So this thing sits in my camera bags no matter what, whether I'm on an indoor shoot or an outdoor shoot. It's always there just because it's so out of the way that I don't have to stress about it, but I know it's gonna be there in case I do run into a situation where I need it. I've also found that if I'm doing a slightly longer time lapse and it's kind of questionable weather, I will just throw this on the camera just to be safe because it's so easy to just leave it there that it just one less thing I have to think about. That being said, I wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of a run through on how you put it on the camera, even though it's kind of straightforward. I just wanted to do that, and then I'm going to give you guys some other thoughts that I've had on it. And yeah, so here we go. So it's pretty straightforward. I'm using the A7R with the 70-200 just because it's going to be really easy to show you guys how to do this. The way that I set it on is I slide the camera in the back of it, making sure that I have it, if I unvelcro the front, boop, pop out, but I don't actually velcro the front element side before I take the rear and I just slide this right onto the hot shoe. And it's simple as that. So that's now in place. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Now swing it back around. And the nice part about the front is they've got two different little loop sets depending on the front element size of your camera. And so this is just the one that I've been using. And then you just kind of tuck the fabric in there nice and tight and then loop it around and Velcro. Easy as that, and then you are good to go. I absolutely love it because it gives me enough room that I can get my hands in to actually continue shooting, but I also have a clear enough screen space that I have easy access of viewing. One of the things that I did not like about the hydrophobia from Thinktank was that my plastic actually got cloudy and I couldn't really clean it to get full visibility, which was really frustrating, but I didn't know exactly how I could get it cleaner. This hasn't shown any issues of that clouding so far, and I've been using this since November. So that's about 8 months, because I'm recording this in July, about 8 or 9 months of usage. So super happy about that so far. One of the other things that I like is that it's still pretty flexible for keeping under here. So I could, with the 70-200, mount it on a tripod without losing any of the protection of it. One thing I do wish that Thinktank would do in the future is make a similar version for the smaller cinema cameras. So like the FS5, the C200, the C100, those smaller bodies that guys use out and travel a lot with, that is similar and small and lightweight like this, but a little bit taller so that we can protect it in an emergency. I found myself attempting to put this on the FS5 and I just couldn't make it happen. And I really don't like carrying around my Porta-Brace rain cover because it's just big, bulky, and really not enjoyable to use. It does do the job if I absolutely have to, but it gets in the way more times than it doesn't, and I end up just going down to shooting with one of my A7 cameras if I run into that situation. One thing I will say about this is that it does not really give you the ability to record audio at the same time if you're shooting video. I know this is intended more for stills, but if you are trying to record video with an A7 or some other DSLR mirrorless style camera, you are going to run into a little bit of an issue. Just because it does use the hot shoe, so you can't use something in the hot shoe. I haven't thought of a good workaround for that yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something. I could, and I have left it where this just kind of hangs over the back, but I don't really like it because it makes it harder to see the screen because this is bouncing around a lot. That being said, this has been so much greater than I thought it would be. I absolutely love having this, no matter what, when I'm able to use it. I've run into so many situations where it saved me. So props to Thinktank Photo for coming out with this. It is definitely the perfect balance of function and form factor and being able to give me the right product for what I do. If you guys have used this or have any other questions about this yourselves, leave me a comment below. Be sure to give this a like if you got something out of it. Be sure to subscribe to stay tuned for our next video. I've got some other stuff in the works. I've got some projects coming up that I can't wait to talk more about. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Have a great week.